G'day, SPARTANWILLY here, and welcome back to our Aston Martin Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod Save. Final episode of Season 1 as well. So yes, final episode of Season 1 here, finishing off with the Yas Marina GP. In terms of the championship, not much can be settled down our way of the table. We're pretty cemented in 6th place, being, a fair way down from Alpine and being a fair way up from AlphaTauri. 6th place is where I told our boss, Lawrence Stroll, where we would be, and that's where we are. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully next season we can kick on and push our way up with a much better car, let's be real. But it's all to play for on the top part of the table. So looking forward to watching that fight unfold. Maybe we can see some of these drivers down there pick up points. But yeah, still an exciting race, exciting episode. And of course, we also sent out a poll of sorts. First poll on the channel regarding our driver lineup for next year. So the poll is other options. Of course, no one liked the comment. Which is fine. They just sort of commented other options. Green Archer says sign Hulkenberg as a full-time driver, so promote Nico Hulkenberg and sign him on. IDS says actually you can buy Porchari as a reserve driver, which I think we'll definitely look at doing anyway. Green Archer said this would be nice. Love Porchari and he has a 5-star potential. So there are other options, and then of course we had our main options: sign Russell or keep Vettel. Now, sign Russell got 11 votes or upvotes, and Java says is a lot better than Vettel and is an English driver and English team, which is true, very true. And then we have keep Vettel, which got 4 votes and no comments. So, and then there were some other comments. So Florentine said, great video, keep up the great works. Thanks so much for the support. Harry Martin says, sign Russell but keep Vettel as your reserve driver, so if they underperform, you can put him in instead. Not a bad idea, but yeah, we'll have a look there. Mars said, nice one, mate. This series is going by so fast. It's going to be interesting to see on driver lineup for next year. Cheers, Marcy. Yeah, I know this series is going insanely fast. I can't believe we're already at the end of season 1, but I'm enjoying it so much and loving it. But yes, that is the results of sort of our poll. And it's given me a lot to think about, And also we had a comment from Will Mark Wick, which is amazing. He did a write-up on why there were so many laps in the race, which, 65 instead of 105. I knew something was probably wrong with my installation over 105 laps, but I honestly don't mind it. The race wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. I did replace I feel like I did replace all the resource asset files, but I'll have another look. But he also gave a big tip on replacing Vettel with Russell, so how we can sort of dictate where they go after that. Because it'd be very interesting to see Vettel at a top team again. We'll see if it was our car holding him back or what. But yeah, I might have a look at that. But yeah, if you want to read the full write-up, that's always there below. Thanks so much, Will Mark Wick, for writing that up. Means a lot that you're also still watching the series, which is amazing. Yeah, so thanks to all our commenters. Leave a like to the video if you're still enjoying the series. And subscribe if not already, but I'm sure you already are. Thank you so much for everyone who voted and left their thoughts on our sort of poll. It's great to see you guys interacting with the series. Let's get into this final episode of the season. Alright, Abu Dhabi time. Now, the last race of the season, obviously, we're building a new suspension that hopefully is going to be half decent. A kick-ass engine for next season also completed, but we're improving it now. But it's going to take 15 days, so I'm not entirely sure when the season ends. I think we can check here, actually. It could be there. Actually, I think it's over here. Preseason start, maybe. I think that's when it looks like it won't be fully done, which is a bit annoying. But, if it's still better than what we have, I guess it's a victory, isn't it? I mean, it's already better than what we have. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have a look how well it gets. But it's good to have a really good engine for next season because this mod is also quite engine based. We've got the worst acceleration on grid, but the column doesn't represent that because we have a good gearbox for next year. So yeah, the parts in the car are quite poor. We're 7th best car in grid, but that's because we focused our focus to next year than this year about four races ago. So yeah, nothing to really worry about there. I'm really looking forward to next season. Let's just finish out this race at Abu Dhabi. Hopefully still have a solid weekend, but I'm not going to hold my breath. But yeah, we could be seeing Sebastian Vettel in. I think we might be replacing him, but I'll leave it a suspense. We could be seeing Sebastian Vettel's last race in an Aston Martin. I'm sure he'll stay on the grid, just not with us. Let's get into it. I'll see you for Q2. All right, Q2 for the last time in season one, and we're lucky to be here with two cars. To be honest, Vettel was P15. Yeah, the car's definitely not very fast, but that's fine. We're working towards next year. We knew we were gonna struggle today, but yeah, it's a massive lap here, 2 minute lap. So only been able to get in the two runs for sure. There's no way we're getting three runs in today, but we'll send him out in the super soft, see how well we go. Stroll was in the top 10 in Q1, so that could be a good sign. But yeah, we'll suss it out. I've got the Monaco GP on my other monitor. I don't think Leclerc's going to be starting this race. He's going to struggle. He went around for like a couple practice laps before the race, and he all I heard on the radio was no, no, no. So but anyway, back to the game here. I'll stop talking about real life F1. That starts in 30 minutes. I'm so excited. But we have Sebastian Vettel in ninth place in the top 10. Nice work. Stroll in 14th. Let's send Stroll back out. Hopefully, we could have a Q3 appearance here to finish off the season. I mean, it's not great for strategy, but we're just full send in qualifying. Vettel's last could be his last race. Qualifying session, sorry, I should say. But Stroll's going to improve. Where's going to go 12th? He's out in Q2. Vettel is going to be in Q3 in quite possibly his last race for Aston Martin. But, maybe if he has a really good last race. Alonso's on pole. I mean, top of Q2, not pole. I get way too excited. But we're going to go straight into Q3 here. Continue. Take qualifying. Q3. Let's do it. No rain at Yas Marina. I love this track as well. This track looks great. So let's send it out. First lap. So hopefully we can get 8th to make it worthwhile us being in Q3, but we're probably better off just forcing it on the softs, to be honest. Stroll's going to be on the better strategy due to him not making Q3. There you go, Vettel. Yeah, we're over 1.5 seconds off the pace. That's fine. We're just here for the fun of it. Let's keep going here. Oh, track grip's at the highest. May as well send him out again. Nice and quick. Send him out. Zooming through. I'm loving this super speed at the 4 times. 12 times is slower. It's just, I don't know how the way the mod works. But it's not going to improve in Sector 1. Not going to improve in Sector 2. A bit of a waste making Q3, but hey, it was good to be here. It was good to be here. Yeah, so that'll wrap up qualifying. I'll see you for the race. Alright, race day, Yas Marina. Let's do it. So starting P10 and P12, we're going to go soft tyres, race trim. Soft tyres, race trim. Car setup, I like the setups. Push, overtake, overtake, attack, start race. Let's do it, lads. Fernando Alonso on pole, followed by Leclerc, Hamilton, Danny Rick, Verstappen, Gasly, Bottas, Sainz, Norris, Vettel, and Perez, Stroll, Russell, Yuki, Ocon, Latifi, Schumacher, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Mazepin. How are we going to go? Oh, Vettel with the start of the season there. Almost goes up the back of the Ferrari of Sainz, who actually made it to Q3. That's a bit of a storyline I didn't pick up on there, but Sainz makes it to Q3 for the first time in a bunch of races. Usually he's out in Q2, or Q1 even, one of them. Vettel loses about 3 places there. He's fallen backwards quickly. And 55 laps seems like a lot for 2-minute laps. But anyway, see how we go. We're going to tell them to cool it now on the petrol. Vettel's dropping back. This is depressing. Let's jump on board with Stroll here. We're going to zoom forward in this race a little bit. Stroll in P10, not too bad. Overachieving, really, with the car that's under him this weekend. And Vettel is just falling back. I don't know. He must have had good quali pace, but Stroll's in P11, which is still sort of overachieving, really. We're going to tell him to cool it, though, on the tyres. And I just realised I put Stroll on the super softs, not the softs, which is fine. That's second race weekend in a row I've done that, but, it's alright. We'll see how he goes anyway. We're going to tell him to cool it on the tyres. What sort of strategy do you think we can look for today? I reckon we can probably force it onto a one-stop if we're really nice on the next set. If we can get Vettel to look after his tyres now, he might be able to make it a one-stop, but I think more realistically it'd be two-stopping, and quite possibly a two-stop with Stroll as well as we fall further and further down the grid here. We just do not have the pace this weekend. So, yeah. Oh, we're already up to lap 10. Gee, that was quick. P13, P16. I'll let you know if anything happens. We get into the points, but for now, I'll leave it to it. I mean, you leave me to it. That's what I meant. All right, so we're down to the last 9 laps of the season here, 8 now, and it's been pretty much the same after the pit stops. Everyone's on similar strategies. Um, Hamilton is absolutely smashing this race. He can even pit on those tires. Everyone else has, and he'll come out still in first place. So he's wrapped up the championship now, unless he crashes, which I seriously doubt he will. Verstappen all the way down in fifth. That Red Bull lost speed towards the end of the season. We did too because we're working towards next year's car. But I'm really excited for next season. I think we're gonna have a fantastic car, and hopefully, no matter if Vettel's in the car or it's Russell or anyone else is in the car, I think they're gonna have a great car underneath them, and hopefully they'll do really well. But we've looked after these tyres really well, and Sebastian Vettel's going to run out of fuel in the last lap because they've left it, but it's fine. Honestly, he's down to 17th. It doesn't matter. If this is his last race for Aston, it's not the best way to go out, but we have next season in mind. We're not moving anywhere in the championship. And the final race for our first season with Aston has concluded. Lewis Hamilton's won the championship. Bottas, if he finishes a bit higher there, I reckon Mercedes could have won the title. Let's have a look here. If I think Bottas is definitely going come into the season. He has been shocking this year. I mean, yeah, I think that's fair to say. Let's have a look. Lewis Hamilton obviously wins the title, and 20 points. Red Bull will win the championship. We're 542 points off the pace, but Alfa Romeo are the only team to not score a point. Who scored the Haas's points? Was it Hulk? Yeah, that's right. It was oh no, it was Schumacher. I'm gonna say Mazepin, but no, it was it was Schumacher. Mazepin had a couple good weekends, I think, but yeah. But that is the last race at Yas Marina. All right, so here we have the sort of finishing screens here. 2021 winner Drivers' Championship, Team Representative Mercedes, and Teams Championship Red Bull. 118 million prize money, which is a lot of money, really. And suspension built. So 11 emails here. Let's go through them. Bit of a season wrap up. Alonso denies Leclerc pole. Interview of the race with Ed Straw. I'm going to say Lance Stroll just because why not? Let's have a look actually. Which driver was actually better? Lance Stroll, yeah. Vettel had a lot of DNFs, so that is not surprising. New Formula 2 champion. Wow. Theo Porchari. All right. Okay. David Schumacher wins Formula 3. And as you see there, yeah. So I'm gonna have quite a decision to make. I'm looking forward to it though. Definitely new reserve driver. Whether Hulkenberg comes up to the first seat or we get rid of Vettel, we keep Vettel. Definitely going to be at least one new driver on the grid. Sorry, not on the grid in our team. But yeah, new suspensions built. I'm going to design a new part. Basically, we want all the here and now components because we're not going to have any improvement to be able to do. So 1386 is that the best we can get? 1386. Yeah, I think that's the best we can get. Build another suspension. Try and get the suspension up to scratch. If we fit now, we can fit all the illegal parts and we can get a proper sort of stacking up of the car. So I wonder if we did that. Um, just give it all to Vettel because he's the purple car. I don't know if there's a certain car it has to be on. So if you don't know, I will say it again just in case you didn't see previous episodes. If you build illegal parts with rules risk and you race them, there's a chance that in Parc Ferme they find the illegal parts and you lose the part and get a massive fine. But if you build them at the end of the season and you put them on the car before you end season, next year's car will take the stats from that illegal part and use it as the base stats for the next year's car, and remove the rules, the rule breaking. I don't know if that was the most simplest way I could have said it, but basically it's a really good way to work towards next year because the illegal components on the parts obviously are ridiculous because they're illegal. So as you can see there, we are second best car on grid. Obviously that can change over next year, but we could be right up there fighting for the title. That engine should get even better because we're going to keep working on that till basically the end of the season. And we got another suspension coming, but that Mercedes is looking like it's better in most areas. Alpine actually don't have a great engine really, but they were on pole. So obviously it comes down to how different tracks are on pass. But yeah, that will conclude this first season. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. I sure have. I hope you'll join us in season 2 where hopefully we'll be fighting for a the championship, but we'll take it as it comes. Yeah, I've been Spartan Willie. There's going to be some hard decisions I have to make, but please note I've taken everyone's thoughts and comments into mind throughout the season and in the last video, and I'm sorry if you're not happy with the decisions I make, but I'm going to make the best decisions for the series and the best decision I think for us to win a title next season. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the start of season 2. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already, but I'm sure you already are. I'll see you for season 2.